Bucs fans, apparently we're rebuilding, but we're 2-0. We're 2-0, and we ain't stopping. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing the thing. The Buccaneers did a thing, and they pulled out the victory. 27-17, didn't see it being this close. Hats off to the Bears defense. They were good defensively. It was a bit of a defensive battle, but our offense was the one that prevailed. Got my rum and coat. Here we go, baby. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's talk a little bit of Buccaneers football. Guys, you want anything to say, please add it into the comments. We can always post out a link if you guys want to jump on the show. It's much appreciated. If you want to, I'll see what I can do. But the Shades of Glory are on. We are feeling good. We got a guest coming up later on, Old Salty Buck. Guys, let's talk about it. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers were firing on all cylinders. Mike Evans goes off. Pay Mike Glazers. It's that simple. Pay Mike. Be like Mike. Pay Mike. That guy had a ridiculous game. And it looks like under Baker, he might just have the 10th year with 1K. It's very possible. We'll have to see what this Buccaneers team can do going forward. Run game looked a little bit better. I wasn't massively impressed with it, but I'm feeling less nervous about it, if I so to speak. But the biggest thing for me was this defense. After the quarterback, and Christian isn't to take it off, to finish off their game, to cap it all off for his Buccaneer football team, to kill the game. Shaq Barrett puts the points in and goes, fuck you very much. It's over. Go home, Justin Fields. Justin Fields saw the field. He spent more time on the field in the dirt with his dick in the dirt. It was done. This Buccaneer team harassed him. We were, as Buccaneers fans, we were worried. We were worried that this guy was going to run out the pocket and make all these plays. No, he stayed in it. Why? Because the Buccaneers pass rush was good. It kept him held in. There was nowhere for him to go. Hey, JTS, hats off to you. I'm hoping you have a really good junior season, but I'm really pleased with everything that he's done. And this Buccaneer football team is popping. So let's have a little look about what we did. So in the first quarter, we kind of stagnated a little bit. We were getting down the field. It kind of felt like with the Vikings last week where we could get the yards, but we just couldn't cap off drives, right? We go and we get 3 points, and then we go into the second quarter and we get 10. We finish the game on 10 to 10, and it's 10 to 13. And we're looking like, okay, well, what we can add on if we capitalize on everything that we've done in the last half, then we should be setting ourselves up for bigger success in the second half. And what did the Buccaneers do? They go and put in 14 points. They go, with 14 points, they managed 7. Credit to them. They weren't as poor. I think they wanted it. I just, honestly, I'll be honest with you, Bucs fans. I've never seen the light with Justin Fields. There were people talking about the Buccaneers should go try and trade for him. I don't know why. Like, I don't see anything. Maybe it's just me. I mean, I don't like quarterbacks. I believe quarterbacks should be hit very hard multiple times, unless it's Az. And Baker. Let's talk about our quarterback for a split second. Baker has not played the way I think media and the NFL and the NFL universe or NFL fandom has expected him to play. We have no turnovers. We have no bonehead plays. Like, the only thing I could discredit on Baker Mayfield right now is the fact that sometimes when he tends to target people short of the sticks. And I wish we would scheme stuff. Maybe it's a scheme thing. Maybe it's him. I wish we would just kind of put players into the position where we could. But hey, sometimes that gets you into field goal position just because you gained an extra 8 yards or what have you. I'm okay with that. It's just, it was a little bit too much of a theme that was, I'll just give it to somebody underneath and maybe. But sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes like a guy can just shake off a run and turn it into a bigger thing. But that guy was like Houdini in the pocket. He was like, You coming? That guy was ducking up, dip, left. This guy played dodgeball. I bet he was a fucking championship dodgeball player for sure. This guy was a stud. The thing I like is everyone sold us out that we weren't a good football team. The Buccaneers aren't good because they've lost Brady. You know what they used to say when Brady first got here? This team is only a quarterback away. This team is only a quarterback away. Well, we went and got a different quarterback. And granted, on paper, he was not the prettiest deal. He was not the greatest person on paper. But so far, Dave Canales and his offense has done nothing but deliver since the second quarter. Sorry, the end of the second quarter of that Viking game. This team has delivered. They don't need to be great. Me and AJ have said this on the Aftermath time and time and time again, and you'll listen to us on the Broad Street South radio. They might be airing this, they might not. I don't know. I've not been told, but I'm just going to prep them anyway because they love us and we love them. So go check out Broad Street South radio. They got our backs, we got their backs. But guys, Baker Mayfield showing the moxie, showing the nuts to get it done, standing tall in the pocket, ducking, dipping, turning left, turning right, picking up yards. There were times where that guy should have been sacked and eating dirt. He weren't eating dirt. He ducked down, he slips through, he wriggles out, and he gets yards. Was this guy ever sacked? I do not know. I need to actually sit down and really digest this. I was really impressed with what I saw. Was the offensive explosive? No. But it doesn't need to be. Me and AJ have said this time and time again on the Aftermath, that this team just needs to be good offensively. It doesn't need to be great. This is a great defense. We know this isn't a Super Bowl season. We know this is a season to drop our nuts and show that we are still in the game. And we build and we build and we build. And then, hey, if we can get in the playoffs, who knows? What I'm saying is this team does not look like it, at the beginning of this season. Sorry, we weren't looking at this team like it was some people wouldn't even look at this team as a playoff team. Some people were attacking. Was it Tank for Mayor or Tank for whoever? I don't know that person's name. Maybe Shedeur Sanders now because of the way he's playing. But right now, this team we ain't doing nothing like that. We all about winning, and these players believe it. Shaq Barrett comes up big, gets the pick six to kill the game. Now it's 10 points adrift. They have no chance. They have to score quickly. They can't mess around. What do? He makes a mistake, and Christian takes it. A beautiful, beautiful ball is popped up into the air by your man, the guy who's going to also get paid. That is Antoine Winfield Jr. comes down with the ball, pops up in the air, and his boy Christian Eriksen just plucks it out of thin air and goes, "Let's fucking go." Because that's what the Buccaneers did today. They did enough. Honestly, I think the scoreline flatters the Chicago Bears. I thought we outplayed them in every facet. I thought their defense played very, very well, and their offense played well in spots. And it was enough to keep them in the game. They had that good drive on at the beginning, and then they had that good drive early in the fourth. And that's 14 points, guys. When you're 14-20, you know what I mean? The game's still there. The game is still winning regardless. So we weren't explosive enough on offense, but we don't need to be, because if you remember, guys, to last year, how many games did we give up more than 24 points? They always say a hallmark defense needs to keep them under 20 points. Keep them 20 points or under, you've got a very good chance to win the game. Your offense needs to score more than that on average. You do that, you can win games. You will go down the line, you'll go down through the season, and you will win games because of it. There will be games that you lose because you'll go against an really explosive offense that you will struggle to contain. That will happen. It happens to every team. But I was just so pleased to see the pressure applied to Justin Fields. The Buccaneers coming away, the Buccaneers defense making all those plays to finish the game for us. I'm just really, really pleased. Chris Godwin's been quiet. Trey Palmer had a nice little play here and there. Let me break down and let's talk about. I made some notes, but I stopped making notes because I ate nachos. I do apologize. Daddy needs to eat. So on my little sheet, big third down conversion, pass to Chris Godwin. We're still in the same drive. We get a hole by Cody Mock. But that's okay. I'm thinking, oh, God, here we go. We're going to have to kick a field goal. No, big third down pass to Michael Lynn Evans III. We get a big play from Chase Edmonds. And then we get a tackle for a loss, and we make a bit of a miscue. Yeah, that pass that's thrown to Chris Godwin, it's thrown while he's pretty much out of bounds, and we end up with a kick, and we go free, we go 3-0. They get the ball. Big play from the big play by them. DB is caught staring at the quarterback. He is ball watching. I believe it was Jamal Dean at this point in time. They figure it out. And one thing we know about this Todd Bowles defense is it's very good at figuring teams out. It's very good at starting slow, it's known for starting slow and getting stronger and getting stronger and getting stronger. Because ultimately, that's what he does. It's like he's playing the ultimate game of chess sometimes. Bad play design. To see Devin White try and cover the flats from midfield, I'm not a fan of it. I personally think they did the smart thing there. They saw the pressure from the safety in that stack, and they threw the ball to where the pressure was coming from. With a guy with a flat release, that's always going to be open. Devin White did good. I don't want any bad things said about him. Zion McCullum was a little bit too slow on the touchdown. He didn't recognize what was happening, and Justin Fields runs it in. We then go with our Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker ducks through the sack, turns it into an 8-yard gain. An 8-yard gain when it looked like it was over. False start. We're now free. I do apologize. Third down and 1 yard to go. It's now third. It's now 3rd and 6. Miscues, and we're now it's a miscue from Trey Palmer, who didn't go deep enough. It's a block kick, and we're now 3 to 7. We're now 3 to 7. Shaq is what I've got written down here. 3 to 7. Mike Evans, 60 yards. Rachaad White touchdown. Buccaneers up 10-7. Luke Geteke with the block that helped that one. Next drive, Luke Geteke hole kills the drive. Defensively, it was just a good defensive stand, but we then go into the next one, which is a defensive possession. Cam Gill strip sack. The reason we kept this guy around, 10-10. Buccaneers still here. Trey Palmer with a beautiful outbreak goes to the out of bounds to save us time. At the half, we kick the ball, but our boy Baker Mayfield goes 13-19 for 68.4% of his passes are completed. And all I can say is Mike Evans gets the ball. Yak. What this guy is known for is not with the yak yards. This guy yacked it all the way up and gained his big yardage. Zion McCullum ripping away at a brilliant INT that was taken off the board. I don't know, apparently because there was ball movement. That ball was secure. I don't give a shit what anyone says. If he lands on the floor out of bounds, and he's still got possession of the ball, and that ball never touched the ground, as far as I'm concerned, that's an INT. NFL, do better. Figure it out. That stuff's unacceptable. Don't get me wrong. If it happens to us and you rule in our favor, I'm cool with it. Like we all are. So we go into the second half. I'm eating nachos. I'm not making as many notes. I do apologize. One big note. Buccaneers fans at the stadium, we need to do better. I could hear the Bears cheering. I could hear the Bears cheering on third down. I could hear them chanting. No. That can't happen. That can't happen in our stadium. They weren't up in our game. They weren't winning no game. We can't let that happen. Not to Bears, man. We got to stop that stuff. Few dumb play calls, and it's 2nd and 15. We're messing around, and it's not looking good. We went short of the sticks quite often. That's something I did say earlier. Not a big fan of that. Then there was the whole there was a punt by them, and Taylor touches the ball. Taylor touches the ball. Taylor on there touches the ball, but our guy already touched the ball, which means he's technically downed it. So anyone who is wondering what happens is the moment we touch a ball, it is then dead. They can't touch it. They can touch it as much as they want. It makes no difference. Had he not touched it and then we touched it, it's a turnover. You've got to let them touch it first. Don't want them to touch it, obviously, because what if they pick it up, right? And then I got Shaq Barrett, pick 6. Let's go. And then Christian Ism with the INT to seal it all. Now, let's go through a few of the comments. But Christopher Cole, this gentleman is a Bucs diehard. He is the man who can. He's got bring on the Eagles. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I'm with it. Defense has given up 17 points a game. I'll take it. I'll take it. This team is a good football team. We ain't rebuilding. We ain't tanking. So stick your tanking talk in the toilet because that's where it belongs. We ain't tanking. And right now, Baker Mayfield looks like a very good quarterback. Could Dave Canales be the new quarterback whisperer? And I'll tell you one thing now, Bucs. The Buccaneers might have a challenge. If this keeps going down the line and we keep making plays and he becomes Geno-esque, as Geno Smith was last year, who Geno Smith credits Dave Canales for this, and he has a Geno Smith season, we could be looking at people going, wow, what do the Buccaneers do? Because if there's people knocking on the door for Dave Canales as a head coach, because I personally think it'll be the year after, because you want to see 2 years of success, but teams that are, what the better term of word, are desperate, will make rash decisions and go, let's go for this guy, right? And the Buccaneers may need to think: do we keep Bowles, or or do we go down the Canales route? Now that is a conversation for later down the line because we don't know what the NFL world is thinking of Dave Canales right now, but he is looking very good, very smart. Let's not forget, guys, Dave Canales is not devoid of talent. There's a lot of talent around him, and he is learning on the fly on how to use it very quickly, and he is starting to become one of the known names as known names as an offensive coordinator. No sacks, great to hear. I mean, I hadn't looked at it yet. I'm going to go through the stats in a minute. I just wanted to go through my keys of the game, things that I've been seeing. Shaq Barrett with the angry run. I tell you what, that was a collective effort of everyone just kind of coming together, putting that boy forward, because I think he was like 3 or 4 yards out. Just punched that ball because he could have just taken a step down. But the Buccaneers defense wanted the score. They wanted a ticket and say, we got that. They wanted the Nike check, right? Bucs fans sold their tickets to Bears fans. If you're a Bucs fan and you sold your tickets to Bear fans, and you don't have don't have a reason for not being at the game other than you didn't fancy it, weren't in the mood, you like Sunday dinner, you wanted to go to, I don't know. Be ashamed. Be very, very ashamed. Because I would kill to be in your position. I wouldn't actually kill. I mean, think about it. I wouldn't actually kill, but I think about it. I would kill to be in your position, to be able to be a season ticket holder or a ticket holder. I've seen the Buccaneers twice live. One in England and once in Tampa. I'm going back next year. I'm hoping to snag 2 games. We'll see what the schedule gives me. I'm coming. We're going for it. But guys, if you're a Buccaneers fan, don't sell your tickets to. I would rather sell, if I was a Bucs fan, I'd rather sell my tickets as a discount to a Buccaneers fan than give out double. I know I'm making money. I don't care about making money. I care about my team. Fuck the money. This is about pride. This is about our team. Because y'all are going to jump on the bandwagon if this team's going to be good. And you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm a season ticket holder. I've been selling my season tickets to rival teams, to our rival teams the whole freaking time. But yeah, once we started like trending upwards, I came to all the games. Come on. Don't do that. We're Bucs fans. We're in this together. We're going to win together. We lose together. Every damn time. So let's have a look at a little bit of the stats. I mean, I can't do math, so I do apologize because I can't work out percentages to save my life, and I don't have a percentage in front of me. But Baker goes 26 for 34. Someone with a calculator, help me out. Much appreciated. 317 yards and a tutty. His counterpart on the other side, Justin Fields, goes 16 of 29. So I think he's just over the 50 mark, which isn't great. 211, and most of those yards came from the drive that he got the touchdown, his first touchdown from, his passing touchdown from. 2 INTs, 2 INTs, baby. Hey, Rachaad White goes 17 of 73. Not great, but serviceable. Khalil Herbert goes 7 of 35. Mike Evans, 171 yards and 1 touchdown. That means he's got 2 on the season. He is rolling, and he has 6 receptions. Now, on the other side, DJ Moore goes 6 receptions, same as Mike Evans, but he can only reel off 104 yards and no stinking touchdown. So let's have a little look. The Buccaneers did the job. Let's see more of the player stats. Rachaad White, we got Baker Mayfield gets 17 yards on the ground. He's grounding it. Rachaad White goes with a nice 4.3 a carry. I like that. I'll take it. He gets the touchdown. It's serviceable. We don't need a great running back. We need a good running back. Chase Edmonds has 2 carries, and he gets 6 yards. Devin Tompkins, the 1 for 11, and Sean Tucker, 8 carries for 7 yards. So Sean Tucker needs a little bit of work, but it happens. There are days where you just don't have a good day, and there are days when you have a good day. He did not have one. Chris Warren goes 5 receptions. The ball got shared out. No one got like double digits or anything like that. We're going 6 Mike Evans, 5 Chris Godwin, 6 Cade Otton, 5 Rachaad White. And Rachaad White, if you put his yardage on top, his air yardage, he is over the 100 mark of all-purpose yards. Trey Palmer gets 1 for 20. Raheem Jarrett gets 1 for 7. So always nice to see our boy Raheem Jarrett, the contortionist, in the air, getting what he can. David Wells gets -10 for 2 receptions. God damn, they must have thrown him some trash. So yeah, Mike Evans 171, Chris Godwin 58. Cade Otton had a decent game of a 41 for 6. The guy was always targeted. The guy was under the sticks and has the bully. He likes to bully his way all the way to the front. So if he can, he will. Defensively, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, who do you think our leading tackler was? Our leading tackler was Jamal Dean. That just goes to show the work in the secondary that's being done. Ryan Neal has 5, and then he also has 3 assists. So technically, he is the dude. He's got a total of 8 tackles, but it depends if you put total tackles over single tackles, right? Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, who I think had a really good game, 2 sacks, and he goes 4 tackles. Christian Izin goes for 3 and 1 assist with the INT. You got your boy Vita Vea with 1.5 sacks, 2 tackles and 1 assist. Zion McCullum, who I believe should have had that interception. I really do. I think it's unfair and it's disgusting that the NFL ruled out of his favor because the ball moved. I mean, seriously. He didn't have control of it. Who cares? He had 2 feet out and he went out of bounds. I don't give a shit. He had 2 feet and he went out of bounds. I don't care what's happening while he's in the air before he touches the ground and he's going. He can juggle it. I don't give a shit. Did he have 2 feet down and have hands on the ball? Yes. Then he's out. Done. It's done. Let's move on. Antoine Winfield, who I'm really shocked at this because he was making plays. I think it's probably because he has so many passes defense, was only 2 of 1. But this guy has been a stud for us, playing for a contract in his final year. Our boy, Antoine Winfield Jr. Shaq Barrett goes 2, gets the sack, and he gets the INT to seal the game. Levante David goes for 2. Yaya Diaby is 1 for 1. Greg Gaines, who actually played a lot, which I hadn't seen much of him. So it's nice to see him play. Cam Gill goes for 1 and a sack. Devin White is 2 assists. So the linebackers didn't really get a lot of action in this game. Mike Green, 1 assist, and Logan Hall, zip. And then we look at Devin Tompkins. Averages, he got 2 returns, average with 7 yards, averaging 3.5. Chase McLaughlin had the kick charge down. Sorry, that's a rugby term. I do apologize. Had the kick muffed, or was it blocked? There we go. Unlucky, happens. It's football, man. I'm not. I don't hate it. Didn't like it, but I'm not putting it on him. Jake Kamada. I tell you what, Jake Kamada that dude can punt. I like to see some more coughing corners from this guy. Put that ball right down on the 10, or so they can't even return it. But I tell you what, the Bucs special teams was really good today. So let's have a look at the Bears. What did they do? As we said, Justin Fields, sorry. He goes 16 for 29, 211 yards, which 90, pretty much like 90 of them came from that one touchdown. He wasn't doing he wasn't doing a lot before that. He goes 2 INTs, gets 1 touchdown, and I believe he had 1 on the ground. Kyle Herbert goes 7 carries for 35, 5 yards a carry. And then the rest of them, it's flattering, because they just didn't run the football. They tried to pass the ball against us, because people think that's our weakness. It's not. We just went again last week. We went against a good pocket presence quarterback with an emerging rookie that's looking really good in Addison, and a guy who's considered the king of wide receivers right this second. Right. DJ Moore goes 100 yards, 17.3 yards a carry on a reception of 6 receptions. Cole Kmet, quiet, 38 yards. Chase Claypool, who the broadcast seemed to love because he kind of fell out of favor, I guess, with the Bears kind of top brass and what have you. He had a good game where he was smart and made really smart decisions. If I was a Bears fan, he's starting to look like what you wanted out of him, right? I think Herbert gets himself 1 foot 23 yards, and then Rashawn. I don't mean to butcher people's name. I just don't know them. I do apologize. Rashawn Johnson. There's 2 receptions for 10 yards, so 5 yards carry, I guess. And Robert Tonyan, nothing, and nothing. Defensively, Tremaine Edwards, no surprise that their linebackers were making a lot of work. TJ Edwards as well. Tyreek Stevenson making a lot of plays too. These guys, defensively, they were good. No sacks, no INTs. Ladies and gentlemen, your Buccaneers defense. Now, glasses come off. Let's be real. Did we expect to win this game? Yes. Yes, we did. We did the thing. We got the job done, and we move on. We have the Eagles, Monday Night Football. Everyone talks about how the Buccaneers aren't great on the big screen, the big stage. No Brady now. Buccaneers need to turn up. Now, it is very possible, Bucs fans, that your Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the bye could quite easily be, and I'm being honest here, quite easily be 3-1. Think about that, guys. That's a good start. 2-2 for me. 2-2 is the bare minimum we should walk away with, and that's already achieved. It's done. We've walked away with bare minimum what my expectations of the first quarter of the season should look like. 2-2. Now we have the opportunity to stack. And I love stacking. I always say to my DBs every time we come off the ball, when we come off the drive, we're stacking drives. Right? That's my mentality. We stack upon stack upon stack, and we get what we want. But we've got to keep stacking. Stacking those wins puts us in the column. Here we go. So, Bucs fans, let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of here. But let me know your thoughts. Anything anyone wants to say, anything anybody wants to get off their chest, how they felt. I tell you what, I'm really happy. I'm more pleased that we capped off the game on a high, rather than if that was just a what's the best way of putting this? We just kind of took them off the field and we win the game 20-17. That for me was like kind of to cap it off with the interception, and then to cap it off again with another interception. That said everything to me. So I'm just going to quickly run around what's going on in the NFL right now. Obviously, you guys are all watching the game. You're probably all watching Red Zone because most of us all play fantasy. Mike Evans went off for my wife. Whoop, whoop, for the wife. Let's talk about it. Let's see what everyone's doing right this second. I move too quick sometimes. Yeah. Okay, so the Ravens beat the Bengals. The Bengals are now 0-2. 24-17. The Ravens lead and finish off the game. The Lions lose to the Seahawks 37-31. So the Lions maybe not quite the team that everyone expected, but it is two solid teams going against each other. I was personally not impressed with the work that they did offensively versus Kansas City. If you take the defensive touchdown away, they weren't great. And this is a team that's being built as a potential Super Bowl team, I guess. I didn't see it. The Colts hold on and beat the Texans 31-20. And then obviously your Tampa Bay Buccaneers go 27-17 versus the Chicago Bears, the old NFC Central rivalry igniting. I tell you what, I would love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the NFC old NFC Central rivalry to all wear throwbacks versus each other, because I just think that is beautiful. That's just me. That's my vibe. That's how I take it. And then the Jags lose 9-17 versus the Chiefs, which kind of was expected. They get Travis Kelce back. This team can't keep losing. They know that. They put the pedal to the metal. They get their job done. Not flashy, though. 17 points when you got the baby goat, as they call him. Hey, that's for another time. The Falcons scrape a win. Gutted about that. Absolutely wanted to see the Faley Clowns lose. Don't like it. Falcons look legit so far, but I'm hoping that they run into the Tampa Bay brick wall. That will be our run-stopping defense. And let's see if Desmond Ritt can actually do anything against us. And then the Bills, they're against the Raiders. They do a thing against the Raiders, and they go 38-10. The Titans beat the Chargers. Respect to the Titans. They beat them in overtime, 27-24. And then the Rams are currently playing. They're in 10 minutes left of the second quarter, and I'm looking live on the internet, so it's probably different real time if you're watching one of those games, right? 3-10 against the Niners, who probably will pull out the shots. But who'd have thought? Everyone's telling me that they're teams that are tanking. Someone tell the Cardinals that they're tanking. They're 14 points up against the Giants. Teams don't tank. Organizations do. Front offices don't want to tank. Owners want to tank, and front office allow that to happen because, I see your point, blah, blah, blah. Coaches and the team don't want to tank, and they never ever do. It goes against everything you stand for. Imagine being a professional sportsman or sports person, sorry, and then your coach turns around, guys, it's okay. We're going to suck this year, and we're going to purposely suck so we can get this guy from ass end of nowhere college. And they all go, yeah, man, we're sold on that idea, especially the guys on 1-year contracts, especially the guys whose contracts are up. Yeah, they're really sold on that. No, I don't believe in tanking. It goes against every fiber of my being as a human being. I'm not in it. No, stick your tanking up your ass and fuck off. That's what I say. Sorry. It's not a PG show. I do apologize, but it is what it is. And then the Cowgirls are up 7-0 against the Jets. And the Broncos apparently Broncos country is riding against the Commodores, 14-3. And we got some more games coming up. So, guys, if there hasn't been anything else, forever speak your piece, because otherwise this show is done. And I will see you guys in the aftermath tomorrow. The aftermath tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you're a UK person like me, that's basically 2:30 a.m. And I appreciate anyone from the UK ever watches. I don't think they do. If they do, appreciate. They probably watch the finished show later on, maybe. Please comment, like, subscribe. You gotta remember, you gotta hit that notification button, sack the subscribe button. And if you do want to do me a favor, unfollow us, unsubscribe, refollow, resubscribe, and like and re-like, because that's the bottom line. No sacks because Baker is slippery. And I'll tell you, that guy's like freaking Houdini right now. Oh man, I'm impressed with Baker Mayfield. In grasped 5 times and escaped 5 times. Respect, respect, and respect. And this is what we wanted to see. We weren't going to get this with Brady. We get it sometimes with the pocket presence. He steps forward, steps right, steps left. I tell you what, if this keeps up, Bucs fans, we could be in for an absolute hoot at quarterback. And then we really got some head scratchers because we got to think of who we're going to keep. You got a quarterback that's winning. You got to keep him, right? Especially if he's not turning the ball over. 2 games, no turnovers. Guy is making plays and isn't the reason we suck. Because we're winning, and we're not winning in spite of him. We're winning because of him. He's smart. He's doing everything he wants, and I think he likes being a Buc. I really do. And guys, new tradition for me. We got a bit of Captain Morgan's Black Spiced. Pull it at the top. Every win, we're totting. Woo! Let's go, Bucs. Hey, Aftermath, Broad Street Strap South Radio. Me, AJ. Mondays, 8:30 p.m., 2:30 a.m. if you're from the UK. And go Bucs.